This video features Sara Patnode Soper and Stacy Patnode Bassett. It also features pictures of Sara and Stacy as children, wearing matching outfits and having fun. There are also close-ups of Polaris, Sara's guide dog, who is a yellow lab, and Daniella, Stacy's guide dog, who is a black lab.
My name is Sara Patnode Soper. My name is Stacy Patnode Bassett, and I have been affiliated with the Sight Center of Northwest Ohio for my entire life. And when I say my entire life, well, and her entire life too, I guess, as twins. But I guess since we were, I don't know, what, under a year old, Sara?
6 months,
6
7
months,
months.
yeah. And we had some early intervention services that were provided to our parents through the Sight Center. And through that experience, we became very enmeshed with various youth services that they had, and we did a lot of things, but it started when we were very young as early intervention.
Every year.
Every year we did the beeping eggs, and I think there's like some little news clip of us like running around and screeching joyously looking for the beeping eggs. It was such a huge part of our early childhood.
It was a highlight of the spring, wasn't
Yes.
it? The beeping Easter egg hunt,
Yes,
or the egg hunt.
to go to the egg hunt.
Yep.
And we also participated when we were a little bit older, like fourth, fifth grade, in a summer program that the Sight Center had.
It was amazing.
We
loved it.
We loved it. Like, we never complained, even though we had to get up early and go. And it was like a day camp. It was like for a couple weeks from 9 to noon. And we would go to the old Sight Center building. They had this cool apartment set up in the basement. And it was kind of a creepy basement, but we didn't have to
We
sleep
didn't know
there.
at the time it was creepy.
No. And we would go and we would work on things like cleaning, and we would get to make lunch. We would work on some independent living skills, and we loved it.
We just really liked the people that were here, and we always felt like we were surrounded by very kind people, so we loved coming.
They really knew how to work with kids. They knew their orientation and mobility. We did some O&M in the summer too. We felt like we were going and spending time with cool mentors that were teaching us neat skills. Mary.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Mary.
She called herself Mary the Mobility Grinch because she didn't always like working with kids, but she was amazing at it.
Well, there was a woman named Sara who taught us how to make biscuits. I'll never forget that. We cut out the biscuits, remember?
Kind of, yeah.
That was my favorite.
I like the biscuits too. They turned out kind of flat though.
They did. We didn't care. They were good.
We thought it was cool.
Yep.
Because of the early intervention specialist who was there for my parents, it really helped them to feel empowered to raise us in a way that we could be very independent. And my parents always say that that was a lot of because of what the Sight Center did for them. I work at the University of Toledo. I work in the Office of Accessibility and Disability Resources. I provide academic and residential accommodations to students with disabilities who are planning on attending U Toledo. I also am a mom. I have 2 kids, 2 boys. Their current ages are 16 and 11. I don't quite know how that happened. I'm married, and as cliche as this sounds, I feel like I just live a beautiful life. I'm very happy to be where I am.
I came to my current life in a very circuitous way. After getting a master's degree, I ended up going out to the San Francisco Bay Area and working at Guide Dogs for the Blind for a number of years. I then moved back home. I worked at Bowling Green State University for a few years, and then I actually spent a glorious little while working at the Sight Center of Northwest Ohio, teaching technology and acting as a case manager for children. I had never done a lot of work with the senior citizens population, and I loved working with that generation while I was working here. I had no idea how delightful it would be, how much history I would learn, and just, how exciting it was to empower somebody who was losing vision and was experiencing vision loss. I live on Lake Erie with my husband, and I'm finally living out the dream I've had since I was a teenager, and I am writing romance novels. And
yay!
I know, right? And I'm hoping to start the publishing process for my first novel later this year.
Even though Stacy and I haven't gone through vision loss, we were born with no vision, it's still always scary to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, or to look vulnerable around other people. And to come here to a place where you don't it's the blindness world, and blindness, as many of us know, is the number one most feared diagnosis or disability. And I just really would love people to know that this is a very non-judgmental, kind group of people, very warm and caring. The Sight Center is here because they truly want to bring support and assistance to people who are either experiencing vision loss, or people who maybe were born blind and maybe could really use some services and resources. This is a passionate and dedicated group of people who are truly here to be a part of your journey. Sara and I, like I said, we both said, really loved our experiences and gained a lot from the people that we met through the Sight Center, both in childhood and as adults as well. And so just reach out, use your supports. It's okay to feel a lot of feelings about a change in your vision, but just know you're not there alone. You have people beside you, walking beside you, holding your hand, offering you tools to help you live an empowered and independent life again. It's not the end.
You sound so much like me. People
Do
holding
I?
your hand and walking alongside.
I know, we're like Pollyanna twins today.